everybody, in this video I'll continue the problems that we started last time. This time we're going to do problems 12 through 16. Let's get into it.
Number 12 here, we got to translate. Okay, if the windows are open, we get hot air. That's an arrow. So if the windows are open, we get hot air. That one's pretty straightforward. Assumption 2. If the air conditioner is on, we get noise. Yeah, true. My air conditioner, for example, is running right now. Incessantly during the summer. I have to change the filters out every couple of weeks. And it's loud. I don't like it. Then it says this. It follows that. So here's what we're solving for. What? If. So that means there's an arrow. If the windows are open and the air conditioner is on. So that means on the left side of the arrow we got a dot. If the windows are open and the air conditioner is on, then we have the following things. We get both hot air and noise. Furthermore, I'll just add, that's stupid to have the air conditioner on and the windows open. If you're in a car, I kind of get that. You're trying to get the hot air out, like right when you get in, you're blowing the cool air on your face. That makes sense to me. But in your house, you're throwing electricity out the window. Or throwing money out the window, I suppose. Paying for electricity. Alright, so that being said, let's do the work. Got 2 arrows here. Left side matches for either? Nope. Any dots we can break apart? Nope. Can we put these two together? We can. Should we? No reason to. Putting these together is not this. It looks like the same amount of stuff, but that would be O arrow H and C arrow N. It's not the same thing. So then we look at this. Is our goal an arrow? Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to PA this, and we're going to get this. That's what we're going to do. Let's do it. So let's start our side quest, line 3. We're provisionally assume O.C, and we're after H.N. That's the mission. So now, with this in play, can we do an arrow out? Still no. Any dots that are new? This is new. Let's break that down. That gives us 2 things. O and C separately. And out on line 3 for both. Now can we do an arrow out? 2 sets. There's one lined up, there's one lined up. Does it matter which one we do first? No. But like I said, I personally prefer to do the one that comes first. So I see those matching O's there. That's going to unlock the H. Let me get that out. H. Arrow out. 1 and 4. And then we got another one. See here, that's the left side match for this. That's going to unlock the N. Okay, so N. Arrow out. 2 and 5. Okay, so go back to the list. Any more arrows for which I got left side matches? No more arrows, no more left side matches. Any more dots to break apart? No. Anything that I should build? Now again, right now, what we're after is actually a dot. And I said 99% of the time, when you're looking for a dot, you're probably going to put it together with an and in. And look for right here. Do a check. Do I have the pieces to build this? Yeah, we just got them. Alright, that means, yep, let's do it. H.N. Put them together. And in. Where were those pieces? 6 and 7. And that means here we got what we set out to get. Side quest complete. Zoom out. Okay, say, hey, yeah. You got O.C? It will totally lead you to H.N. How? You can stick an arrow in there. Where did it start? Line 3. Where was the mission complete? Line 8. And the problem is done. So, number 13. Here I'm not even bothered with the translation. It's there on page 13, but it doesn't really start with a translation that's suitable for us. Like, you can see it there. I think that is interesting. It comes from the quantum mechanics, but I think it ends up being frustrating to translate it as it is on the page. So here's what it is, and you can go back and figure out like what the actual argument is based on the terms that are there. But let's solve the proof as such. Okay, so first of all, any arrows not in parentheses? Nope. Any dots not in parentheses? Yeah, right there. What does that do? That breaks down to these 2 things. T arrow L, T arrow M. That's and out. Line 1 for both. Okay, now we got these fresh arrows here, not in parentheses. Do we have a left side match for either one of them? They got the same left side. T? No. No, we can't do that. Any more dots to slice apart? Nope. anything that we can put together. We can put a bunch of things together, but that doesn't squash down into this. So then we move to the thing that we've been doing a lot here. Do we have an arrow as our goal? Yes. So what do? Provisionally assume the left side. Get the right. Let's do it. Side quest begins. Line 4. T. Provisional assumption. Get L.M. It actually ends up being pretty easy. Watch this. Because now we can do an arrow out here. And what do we get? L. Arrow out 2 and 4. And then immediately thereafter we get, look, another arrow out with T. We get M. Because we can use that line 4 as many times as we want. It doesn't exhaust. 3 and 4. So now we got L and M. And remember, I said before, when we're trying to get a dot, odds are you're going to use an and in. Now let's just make sure. Any arrows? No. Any dots? No. Should we build something? Yeah, we're trying to get L and M. We got the pieces to build it, so let's build it. L.M and in. Where's our receipts for those pieces? Line 5, line 6. Side quest complete. So now I zoom out, and I can say, yeah, you get the T, you will get L and M. Okay? That can be proven in this way. Where did we start? We started on line 4 with T. Where did we get L and M? Line 7. Problem 12 is now complete. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to problem 14, which is the same thing but in reverse. So we're going to start with T arrow L and M, and we're going to get T arrow L and T arrow M. See if that works. So let's see. First of all, arrows. Left side matches? No. Dots? There's one, but it's in parentheses, so no. So then we move on to the next thing to do, which is this. Is our goal an arrow? No, it's not. It's an and. What do we do? Well, keep this in mind. All right, so this one involves a little bit of some backwards thinking, and we need to think this. I'm going to think about it this way. I'm going to go ahead and remind you, like when it comes to, so can we do an arrow in here? No, not as it is. This is a dot, not an arrow. Our goal is not an arrow. What do we do? There's still something we can do here, because I want you to remember this. I said when our goal is a dot, 99% of the time, what we're going to have to do is an and in. Okay, that's true. Okay, and in fact, the last move of this problem will be an and in. 100% certain of that. Okay, an and in of what two things? What two things will we need? Well, we need to get T arrow L, and we need to get T arrow M. Do we have either of those things? No. But look, both those things are arrows. So all we got to do, and so this one requires a little bit of extra thinking, but all we got to do is if we could get a side quest for this, and then a separate side quest for this, all we got to do is stick them together, we'll get that. That's it. So it involves a little bit extra thinking, and at first glance, like, oh no, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And we haven't had a problem like this one. But let's watch. Now, when it comes to the side quests, I'll say this. With side quests, or the subproofs, you can't mix and match between them. So a side quest is its own ordeal. Okay? It's its own quest. You can't mix and match. Here's what I mean by that. Let's go ahead and start this one. Let's start getting this one first. So look, let's say we want to get T arrow L. What would we do for that? Well, we provisionally assume T, and then we want to get L. Let's do it. So let's start. Line 2. We're going to provisionally assume T, and we want to get L. Okay, that's the mission. So, can we do an arrow out now? Yeah. What do we get? L.M. How? Arrow out. 1 and 2. Great. Now what do I want to get? L. So what can I do here? Look, I have a dot here now that I can separate. Now I'll just say here, what we can do, we can just get out the L. We don't even need the M. If you want to stick it there, that's fine. It's not wrong. You'll see why I'm not going to do it here in a minute. But yeah, we can just get the L out, and I can just say and out line 3. I don't even need to bother getting the M out because I don't need it. Like, mission accomplished. I did it. Side quest complete here. Look, side quest complete. You got T, you get L. So look, I can zoom out here and say, yep, T leads to L. Arrow in, 2 through 4. It works. And look, now I got half of what I need. I'm 50% there. What else do I need, though? I also need T arrow M, which is going to need its own separate side quest. Now, here's the deal. When you start this side quest, all this stuff in this one that we already did, this side quest, part of the reason why I put like a bar here like this is all locked. This is its own. It's kind of like parentheses. This is its own thing. You can't dig into here. Number 1 is free to use. Number 5, like the stuff that's in the main quest, that's free to use. This stuff here, that's like its own currency. Okay, kind of like your Monopoly money doesn't work in real life. This is its own thing. The side quest stuff here, it's its own stuff. So here's what I mean by that. Let's start this quest. We want to get T arrow M. It's going to be its own separate ordeal. Look, so let's start. 6, T, provisional assumption, get M. And you might be thinking, well, I already provisionally assumed T up here to get L. Why am I doing this? That was its own separate thing. That was this mission. This is a different mission. It's repetitive. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes we do similar things. Like, have you ever driven to work more than once? Maybe you had to take a different turn. Like, it's similar. It's kind of repetitive, but it's not identical. Let's do this quest. Well, I already got it. Like, I already got it here. I already got L dot. Nope. That stuff is locked off. That was its own separate quest. So now you're only dealing with line 1. You're only dealing with line 5. Can we do an arrow out right now? Now, we can actually do an arrow out with this one. Don't, because we're after M. So that would be a waste of time. We can do it. It wouldn't be wrong, but it's not going anywhere. Let's do it. Can we do an arrow out with line 1 again? Yes, and we get L dot M. And again, your gut reaction might be, we already got it in line 3. Separate side quest. All that was done. It's done. We can't re-access this stuff. It did what it needed to do, but we can't tap back into there. It's locked. Okay? How do we get this L and M? How do we get it this time? It was an arrow out between 1 and 6. Okay, because here's where this one started. So this is a separate quest. Okay, line 8. Let's just go ahead. We can just take the M out. We can take the L out too. But just like here, we just took the L out when we needed it. We didn't need the M. Here, it's kind of the opposite situation. We don't need the L. We do need the M. Let's get that out. So check it. And out. Line 7. Look, this mission is complete. We did it. We assumed T. We got M. We already had it here. Separate quest. Different mission. Different goals, different rules. Now this is closed off too. So what do we get here? We zoom out. We can say, hey, we got T arrow M. How? Well, we stuck an arrow in there. We provisionally assumed T in line 6, and we got M in line 8. Now look at this. Now the main quest is this. If you got this, and you got this, and you got this, what can you use to get to this? Do we have now the pieces to build this? Do we have T arrow L? Yeah, we got it in line 5. Do we have T arrow M? Yeah, we got it in line 9. So guess what? In line 10 here, we can just add those in. Yeah, we can take line 5, T arrow L, and we can take line 9, T arrow M, and we can just add those in, and in, 5 and 9. Now, this one was tough. This one was tough because it wasn't obvious that's what to do. Okay, so here when we got to it, there was almost a situation here. Can we do an arrow out at the beginning? Can we do an and out? Can we do an and in? Can we do an arrow in? And it seemed like the answer at first, but no. Because, yeah, that's not the immediate move. But then when you get stuck in a situation like that, we have to figure out, and this is where logic comes in handy, what would I need to make this happen? And so here, I told you before, I've said it many times, if what you're looking for is a dot, then 99% likelihood you're going to and in. And then we figured out, okay, we need to and in these two different things here. And those are both arrows. And those can both have arrow ins. And that's exactly what we did here. So I'm showing you how, when you get in a situation where it looks like this is impossible, there's no way to do this, it's kind of like a puzzle. Figuring out, like, all right, this is what I need to do. So you might have a problem like this on your quiz. But the point is here, if you get stuck, again, look at the conclusion. If it's a dot, 99, if it's an and like this, a dot conjunction, that's what I mean. If you see something like that, there's 99% likelihood you need to and in these two things. And if you ever need an arrow and there's nothing else you can do, like I can't arrow out, I can't and out, I can't and in, do this arrow in thing. Provision assume the left, get the right. Okay? All problems on this quiz are doable. So there's nothing that's impossible, I assure you. They're all doable with just these 4 moves. Every single one. In fact, speaking of more problems, more moves, let's move on to the next one here. I've translated it for us because it's a bit confusing as it is, but I want to focus on actually doing the problem here. So do we have any arrows not in parentheses? Here. And here. Any left side matches? Nope. So, moving on. Do we have any dots not in parentheses? Actually, yeah, we do right here. So what we can do is we can go ahead and separate this. That gets us lines 4 and 5. Okay, so we got C arrow P, now unlocked from its parentheses, and we get C arrow N, unlocked from its parentheses. Both of those are and out on line 1. Okay, now can we do an arrow out? We got more arrows now. We got these C's. Can we do an arrow out? No. Can we do another and out? There is another and, but it's locked in parentheses. Can we do an and in? Well, our goal's not an and in, so that's not going to get us anywhere. So is our goal an arrow? Yes. So what are we going to do? We're going to PA this, and then we're going to try and get this. If we can do that, we're good. Let's do it. So we start our side quest, line 6. We're going to say, all right, C as a provisional assumption, and we're going to try and get E. That's the mission. We do that, we're good. Okay, now with the C here, can we do an arrow out? There's 2 that we can do. C is the left side on both line 4 and line 5. Does it matter which one we do first? No, but I'm going to do it in the order that they come, so I'm going to go ahead and get the P out first. So we got P. That's arrow out. The left side match. The arrow is in line 4, the left side match is in line 6. And then I'm also able to get out N. Arrow out. The arrow that I used there was in line 5, and the left side match was also in line 6 again. Alright. Can I do another arrow out? Well, not yet. Can I do another and out? No. Can I do another and in? Well, let's take a look. Is my goal right now, or my ultimate goal, an and? No. Is my goal at the moment an and? No. The next thing you want to look for, are there any ands on the left side of arrows? Yep, line 2. P.N. Do I have the pieces to build that? I just got them. So let's build it. Line 9. P.N. That's and in. And I say, where did I get my pieces? Line 7 and line 8. Okay, now can I do an arrow out? Yep, this is the left side match to this. That gets me U. Arrow out. Now these are kind of far apart, but look, nevertheless it works. This is the left side match to this. It unlocked the U. So when I say the arrow that I used was in line 2, the left side match was in line 9. And now with this U here, go back to the top of the list. Can I do another arrow out? Yeah, line 3. U's on the left side of the arrow. We just got a U. That's going to unlock the E. So I say E. Okay, that's arrow out. That arrow that I used was in line 3. The left side match was way down in line 10. And look, I got the E. That's the thing that I set out to get. So this took a bit more work to do it, but the quest is complete. So now I can zoom out and say, yeah, line 12. You provisionally assume C, you'll get E. It'll take some work to get there, but you can stick an arrow in there. Where did it start? Line 6. Where did it stop? Line 11. This problem is now done. Let's take a look at the last one that I want to look at from the book, number 16. Let's translate it and work our way through it. So, first line. This is on page 57. If the doctor goes, I go too. And here it says the strong man is talking, so it has a weird glossary. The strong man is the person talking in the first person, and the strong man leaving or going is going to be represented by S. It actually says that after the problem. It's kind of stupid, I don't like that, but that's what we're going to roll with. So line 1 would be, if the doctor goes, so that's an arrow, if the doctor goes, then I, the strong man, go too. Assumption number 1. Assumption number 2, on the other hand. And if I go, that and there is superfluous, but it says if I go, so if I, the strong man, go, then what? The trapeze acrobats, they'll go too. Line 3, the exodus of the trapeze acrobats and me will cause. That means if they go and I go, then that will cause the Hop the Clown to leave. Assumption number 3. Our leaving, and I'm going to do it in the order that it comes. It says, if I leave the strongman, if the trapeze acrobats leave, and if Hop the Clown leaves. So all that's on the left side of an arrow. Then what? It will result in a reduced circus. Assumption number 4. Now, is this dyadic? No. So if all this stuff happens, then it will result in a reduced circus. So is this dyadic in here? No. So it's all dots though, so I have an option. I can either put parentheses around the S and the T, or around the T and the C. I am just going to decide to do around the S and the T. No real reason there. Just now this is dyadic. Here's a big left, tiny right. Then it says, so that means here's what we're solving for. If the doctor goes, that will result in a reduced circus. So we've got these facts. We're going to try and get to this. Do we have arrows? Oh, yeah, we do. We got a bunch, not in parentheses. We got 4. Any left side matches, though? Nope. Are there any dots that we can break apart? Nope, all the dots that are here are in parentheses. So that means we're going to look and see, is our goal an arrow? It is, and so what we're going to do is we're going to PA the left side, and we're going to get the right. So let's begin the side quest. Line 5. We're going to provisionally assume D, and the mission is get R. We do that, we're good. Now with the D here, now can we do an arrow out? Yes. We get S. Okay, arrow out. 1 and 5. Okay, with the S, can we do another arrow out? Yep, that's the left side here in 2. So we get T. Arrow out 2 and 6. Now can we do another arrow out? No. We got 2 other arrows here, but we don't have them. We don't have T and S, and we don't have S and T and C. Do we have the pieces to build one of these? Not that one. Do we have the pieces to build T and S? Yep, we just got them. So let's build that. T.S. Now we got it. How do we do that? And in 7 and 6. Now does this now unlock an arrow? Yep, this one unlocks now C. Arrow out 3 and 8. Great, now I got C. Now, can we do another arrow out? No. Can we do an and out? No. Alright, I mean we can and this out again, but that would already get us pieces that we already have. Okay, so what's the next thing? And in. Can we do it? Actually, yeah, look at this. We've got S.T.C. That's something we can build. It's all dots, and we have S, T, C. We have all the pieces. We just need to build it. And here, I know we just built T and S, or T.S, but this one's in a little bit of a different order, so we're going to have to rearrange it. Again, it's kind of similar to, we've got the right key, we just have to turn it over and add something else to it. Let's start building what we need for the left side of line 4. So the first thing we need to get is, I know we already got S.T, but we already got T.S, let's get S.T. Okay, why? Because that's half of what we need for the left side of line 4. So that would also be and in line 6 and line 7. And then we're going to adjoin C to this. So check it out. Line 11, we're going to say S and T. We're going to adjoin C to that. And in 10 and 9. Okay, so look, now we've got here this thing we just built in line 11. Why do we build this? Because it's the left side of line 4. What does that get us? R. Look, so this is a left side match for this monstrosity in line 4. That gets us R. How do we get R? Arrow out. The arrow was in line 4. The left side match was in line 11. And look, that's the thing that we were trying to get here in line 5 in the first place when we did a provisional assumption. So this was a long side quest, but the result is line 13. I can zoom out and say, yep, if you provisionally assume D, you will get R. Arrow in. Where did it start? Way up here in line 5. Where did it end? Way down here in line 12. But the problem is done.
All right, so that concludes the problems from the book. Here in this video, I did problems 12 through 16. What I'm going to do in the next video is give you a couple of problems that preview your quiz 3. See you next time.